Hi, how are you guys doing? I hope all of you are doing well and that your family members are safe. So today I thought of doing this video on CISA certification. So many of my juniors have been asking about questions on how to do CISA, what are the procedures, what study resources to rely on. So I just thought I'd make a quick video on one-stop solution for your CISA preparations. I am Achut, I am a chartered accountant, I am also a CISA and a CFE. Do subscribe, like and share this video. So without further ado, I would cut this video into three pieces. One would be about why CISA. The second part would be on preparation as well as on how you apply for the examination. And the third one would be about certification and the prerequisites for applying for certification. To begin with, what is CISA? You hear this question often, whether it is better to do CISA or DISA. CISA or Certified Information Systems Auditor is a course that is offered by ISACA, is Information System Audit and Control Association. It is valid across the globe and it predominantly pertains to information security, monitoring, control, and assessing an organization's information technology and business systems. So that is what CISA predominantly pertains to. And as far as DISA is concerned, DISA is a Diploma in Information Systems Audit that is given out by the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. And now, why I'm saying CISA is more feasible is because of the sole reason that it is a much more robust accreditation that is accepted all over the world by almost all organizations as well as consulting firms. The importance of CISA is growing, and the primary catalyst behind the growing importance is adoption of technology. As we all know, during this corona pandemic, one of the rapid changes that has happened to businesses is the rate of adoption of technology into traditional businesses has been in a really fast pace. Hence, in my opinion, I foresee rather that there might be an increase in demand in two service lines. One would be with respect to information technology services, and the other one would be fraud. It is somewhat related, as in when the world goes tech, there is also the possibility for fraud. Hence, that is the rationale behind me doing CISA and CFE. Well, CFE is for another video. Moving forward, there is also another reason why CISA is considered important at this point of time. The RBI mandates that the firm that's doing central statutory audit of banks require practitioners, that is partners, who are qualified to do information systems audit. Also, C&AG, that is Controller and Auditor General, has mandated that in order to be empaneled for audits of large public sector undertakings, information system accreditation is mandatory for a specified number of partners. Now, moving on to your preparation as well as the examination format and strategy. I would actually move in a chronological way, as in how I would do CISA examination, how I would register, how I would do my study prep. So I think I would explain it to you in a chronological sort of way. The first thing that you've got to do is register in the ISACA website as a member. There are three types of memberships that are offered by ISACA. One would be professional membership, recent graduate membership, and student membership. So for all the recent chartered accountants, the membership that you would have to take is the professional membership, and it costs around $135 plus a new member fee and a fees that is given out to the local chapter of ISACA located in your region. There is There was rather an ongoing membership drive that was conducted by ISACA, wherein a member could refer another member and the new joinee could avail a discount on new member fee. I'm not sure if this is being running at the moment, but anyways, I would give out my ISACA ID in the description down below. So in case you find out a column for member referral programs, you can use my ID in order to avail the discount. Once you register as a member of ISACA, the next step would be to buy the study materials. Now, I would recommend 3 study books or rather study materials for your preparation. The first one would be CISA Preparation Manual by Hemang Doshi. It would entail you to the beginner's aspect of what CISA is, how it is structured, and the concepts in a very high level. It would give you a taste of how you would have to proceed with further technical studies. That would be your first reference material, CISA books by Hemang Doshi. Again, I would give out the links in the description box given below. Also, Hemang Doshi is having a YouTube channel. He's a really great guy. I met him personally in an assignment for a bank. Providence as it may, it was after I cleared CISA, and while we had met and we were in the engagement, I actually didn't know that this was the Hemang Doshi whose book I had read for my CISA preparation. Only I got to know it only after a while, and when I got to know, my first reaction was, what? Seriously, how could I miss this out? Now the second book that you would require would be the CISA Review Manual. 27th edition is the current edition that is offered by ISACA, but you should be careful in the sense that ISACA continuously revises these books, so you should buy the latest material that's available in their website. So currently in their website, it goes at around $139 for non-members and $109 for members. So this is one of the primary reasons why I suggested you to register as a member, so that you can avail a lot of discounts in buying the study materials as well as for applying for an examination. CISA Review Manual in a sense is just like the study materials in your chartered accountancy course. So it would give you all the requisite learnings that you would need to take this examination. And the third module that you require is the QAE, questions, answers and explanations. Thus, all the 3 books are available in digital formats as well as paperback formats. The first book by Hemang Doshi is not an ISACA official publication. You can buy it as an ebook in Amazon, whereas the second 2 books, that is the CISA Review Manual and the QAE, are available both in paperback as well as digital versions. I would urge you to buy the digital version. I find it rather easy to study while on the move, and it does have really good techniques that are incorporated in the software, especially in QAE. It is actually a cloud-based subscription model. So when you buy QAE, and it goes for around $299 if you are a member. So essentially, you get subscription to a question bank. You get a login ID and password, and you can log on to this service as and when it is required. So it will give you a plethora of questions, lots and lots of questions to practice on, and it also contains mock tests as well as other forms of interactive study like flashcards. Even though I didn't use much of these flashcards and other interactive study materials, I mostly stick to test papers and mock tests that are offered by this QAE database. So this would be the 3 materials that I would recommend for your CISA preparation. So once you are thoroughly prepared and you have taken the mock tests, definitely the mock tests should make you feel confident as far as CISA examination is concerned. Now for you, the next step would be to register for the examination itself. Now, in order to write the CISA examination, there is no preliminary requisites that is mandated by ISACA. Anyone can technically write the CISA examination. In order for you to apply for examination, again, if you are a member, the exam cost would be $575, which roughly translates to around 45,000 rupees. And if you are a non-member, it goes up as to $760. Once you register for the examination, you can schedule the examination in the succeeding 365 days. So beware, if you register, you will have to take the examination within a 1 year time frame. Now, this examination can be taken via two modes. It can either be taken in your home's proctor monitored examination, or it can be taken in a test center. This would vary from person to person. Personally, for me, I chose to go to the test center and I gave the examination in the test center. The exam pattern is MCQ, so you have 150 questions which you will have to answer in 4 hours. And I would have to say that most of the questions that would be asked in the examination would be new. That is, you wouldn't find these questions in the QAE database. Almost all of the questions are case study based. So you'll be given a scenario and you will have to apply your judgment and your knowledge of the concepts and come to the correct conclusion and the correct course of action. So that's how the examination is. And for this examination, it is graded on a scale from 200 to 800 points. And in order to pass this examination, you would need a score of 450 or higher. So 450 or higher is the requisite score to pass the examination. Now, would you know the results right after you give your examination? For me, yes, definitely, because I went to the test center. I'm not sure whether it would be the same if you write from your homes. I assume it must be. So after you click the submit button of your examination, you get a preliminary result. That's what they say. It contains whether you passed or you failed, and within a week or so, they'll confirm by your email the official test grade scores. Once you've given your examination, the next step would be to apply for certification. By certification, I mean that you would be eligible to use CISA in succession after your name. It is more or less like the CA course, wherein you'll have to pass the examination and then apply for membership. So essentially, in CA terms, you are applying for membership for CISA. In order for you to apply for membership, there is another prerequisite of 5 years experience in any of the 5 domains. So again, I'm going back to the examination part. So in CISA, your study module is divided into 5 major units. So the practice requirement pertains to experiences in any one of these 5 domains. Another important factor that is to be noted here is that ISACA has given a waiver of up to 3 years in this experience requirement. 1 year maximum for non-IT audit experience. So as chartered accountants, you could avail this, and 2 years for undergraduate degree. So if you are a BCom holder and a chartered accountant, your requirements would be 2 years. You can avail the waiver of 3 years in this 5 years prerequisite. Once you give out the form, there is a form that needs to be filled and uploaded to be submitted to ISACA, which contains information about the kind of work that you did, information pertaining to your previous employers and the organization in which you worked. You would have to pay around $50 as first time application. So that's how you apply for membership, and finally you'll get the membership that you have been waiting for long. Once you receive a membership, it is more or less like any professional course like CPA or CA, where you'll have to meet a mandatory requirement of CPE hours, continuous professional learning, and you'll have to renew your license yearly, and there's a small fee for that too. Now, at this point, I know most of you will be thinking about the cost that is involved in this course. I would like to bring to your attention that most of the big four firms, consulting firms, or anyway, listed companies too, would be more than willing to sponsor these courses for you. Since information technology and information technology risk management is an important area, it's a growing service line as far as consulting is concerned. It is a growing domain as far as financial reporting is concerned, because entities are moving on from SAP to the newer version, to HANA, to ERP systems, to cloud systems. So, in my opinion, most of the organizations, and from what I see around in the industry, definitely Big Fours are willing to sponsor you. And I understand that most of the consulting companies would be sponsoring you if you are willing to do the certification, provided that there might be some restrictions that is posed by them, and you might have to abide by the rules and restrictions that is given out by those organizations. And the next thing that I wanted to say is regarding resources. So there is a website, CISAexamstudy.com. It contains video lectures of Hemant Doshi, as well as a plethora of questions that you can actually use for your preparation. I'm gonna attach it in the description box down below. Also, you might have a question with regard to the time that is required, the effort that we have to put in for this course. In my opinion, it can be done in 3 months. And when I say it can be done in 3 months, I'm not saying that you will have to put around 10 hours a day of worth of studies. You can just do around 2 hours of studies a day, and probably a bit more during weekends. And it is definitely doable in a 3 months period. I'm also adding my LinkedIn profile in the description box below, so that if you have any further questions, or if you want to just reach out to me for any suggestions or thoughts, please feel free. Now, on other thoughts, if you are a CA final student, or if you're someone who has just given out CA final examination, I would urge you to write this examination as soon as possible. What happens is people after qualifying, they get into the industry, and once you're in the industry, you'll have jobs, you'll have responsibilities. It takes a bit of a struggle in order for you to complete another additional accreditation. The earlier you do, the easier it is for you. And another thing that I've noticed with regards to CISA is that there is also a provision wherein you can actually take the license 5 years from when you have passed the examination. That is, if you are an aspirant, you have completed the examination, you have cleared the examination, but you don't possess the requisite work experience for applying for the certification, that can be done in the next 5 years. So ISACA provides a 5-year window. That's why I stressed this point to the students. It doesn't require that you need IT audit experience beforehand. Once you're qualified, you can apply for this certification in the next 5 years. I urge all the CA students as well as recently qualified chartered accountants coming from purely finance backgrounds to make use of this opportunity. Now, if you like this video and you want me to do some other video on like subjects like CFE or any other course relating to chartered accountancy or finance as such, please do let me know in the comment section, and also reach out to me on my LinkedIn profile, which I have attached in the description box down below. Like, share, subscribe. Have a good day. Bye bye.